Have you ever just stopped and wondered why there's so much conflict in the world? Why we're always pushing each other around, competing, and causing so much pain? Well, the text we're diving into today has a really unique answer, and it comes through this powerful story about a man who faced just constant abuse. But his response, well, it changed everything. So, let's get right into it. It's such a basic question, right? But it's everywhere. From tiny arguments to huge global conflicts, it's the same pattern over and over. But this text we're looking at suggests the answer isn't about what you think. It's not about politics or money. It's something much, much deeper. It's rooted in a fundamental mistake we make about who we even are. So, according to this material, here it is, the root cause of all our unhappiness. It's this illusion of self. It's the mistaken belief that I am this body and that my needs and my satisfaction have to come first. And when everyone is operating from that same me-first playbook, we naturally feel separate, we feel like we're in competition, and we end up pushing each other around. It creates a world filled with anxiety and pain. And you can really see the two different paths laid out here. On one side, you have that illusion of self, which leads straight to a world of division and suffering. But on the other side, there's this idea of awakening to what the text calls our Buddha nature. And that's the big shift. It's the realization that we're all connected, all part of this one universal life force. And that naturally creates a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, and ultimately, real peace. Okay, so here's the crucial point. The story argues that just trying to be a good person, trying to stop doing bad things and start doing good things, it isn't actually enough. The real solution has to be deeper. It demands a massive internal shift in how we see everything, how we see ourselves, and especially how we see everybody else. And to really bring this idea to life, the source gives us this incredible story. It's a parable about a figure from the ancient past, a bodhisattva named Never Despise. And trust me, his story is a total masterclass in this kind of perceptual shift. This right here, this was his entire practice. That's it. Whenever he saw anyone, didn't matter who they were or what they were doing, he would bow to them and say these exact words. See, he wasn't looking at their current flaws or actions. He was looking straight through all of that to their deepest potential, to that inherent Buddha nature inside them. So, as you can probably guess, this did not go over well at all. People thought he was completely bizarre, even offensive. They thought he was a total fool for saying things like that, and pretty quickly, their confusion just morphed into pure anger. His message of respect was met with just outright hostility. But here's the unbelievable part. His response. It was this incredible cycle of persistence. He'd approach someone, bow, say his phrase, and they'd get violent. We're talking literally beating him with sticks and throwing rocks at him. But he would just back away to a safe distance, and from there, he'd shout the exact same words back at them. I do not despise you, for you will become a Buddha. He never, ever stopped. So what was the result of all this? Something profound happened. By constantly, relentlessly revering the potential in others, even the very people who were attacking him, he had a breakthrough. As he got older and was nearing the end of his life, he finally perceived the universal truth he'd been talking about all along. He woke up to his own infinite, eternal nature. And this is the moment the whole story just clicks into place. The text drops this absolute bombshell on us. This seemingly simple, constantly abused figure, the Bodhisattva Never Despised, was none other than Shakyamuni Buddha himself in a past life. And when you look at it this way, you can see this incredible long-term chain reaction. It all started with that one simple practice. His reverence for the Buddha nature and everyone else was the seed. And for countless lifetimes after, he shared the truth he realized from that experience. And that single path, that one practice, led him directly to becoming the historical Buddha. So what does this ancient story really mean for us, right here, right now? What's the big takeaway? Well, it all boils down to a really powerful, really practical lesson about the power of seeing potential. This is really the heart of it all. The whole grand journey to enlightenment, the very foundation of Buddhism, it all started with this one single repeated action. It wasn't some complex ritual or deep philosophy. It was just the simple, consistent choice to see and to honor the absolute highest potential inside every single person he met. So the takeaways are actually pretty clear. First, we have to recognize and revere that potential, that Buddha nature in everyone. Then we need to share that truth with others and work to get this awareness out there in society. And this is a big one, we have to keep at it with unwavering faith and absolutely do not give up just because you don't see results right away. Yeah, this final quote really drives home just how important that persistence is. It's basically telling us that this isn't some short-term project. It's a great work that we have to continue with total determination because that potential inside all of us, our human nature, it's indestructible, it's everlasting. And that really just leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought to chew on. Just imagine for a second the kind of shift that would happen in our own lives, in our communities, in the entire world if we really adopted this practice. What would change if, when we looked at another person, we chose to see not their mistakes or their current limits, but the future Buddha that they are absolutely destined to become?